Welcome back. 110 years ago today, the most famous ship in history sank in the Atlantic Ocean after hitting an iceberg. Since then, the story of the Titanic has continued to captivate our interest. And now scientists are warning the race is on to preserve as much of the wreckage site as possible.
In a moment, we're going to talk to an expert who's using submarines to capture high-resolution digital scans of the ship. But first, we're going to take a trip to the Titanic Experience in Northern Ireland, an interactive exhibition built on the same spot where the Titanic launched on its fateful journey. The two towering yellow cranes that dominate the Belfast skyline are powerful reminders of the city's maritime legacy. In the early 1900s, the Harlan and Wolff Shipyard was the largest in the world, and its 30,000 employees were hard at work on the Titanic, the biggest ship ever made.
They employed grandfathers, fathers, sons, and grandchildren. And many of the families in Northern Ireland still have links back to Harlan and Wolff. If I give you my own personal situation, my grandfathers, both of them worked in Harlan and Wolff. My father was the general manager of the electrical division in Harlan and Wolff. And when I came down here to help open Titanic Belfast over 10 years ago, I was walking in the footsteps that he walked. I actually was in his office.
It's a sense of pride that continues today with the Titanic Experience. The exhibition is built to the same height as Titanic's hull, resting on the footprint of where it was launched. A way to make the iconic ship and the stories of those who built it and sailed on it come alive.
Titanic Belfast does is really tries to get you to relate and to engage with the story of Titanic and the many different layers that that story presents.
And sitting next door, Titanic's sister ship, the Nomadic.
So she was the tender that went out to Titanic, and we call her the Mini-Me because she is an exact replica of Titanic, obviously much smaller. SS Nomadic was built at exactly the same time as Titanic, so you can go on board and experience what it might have been like on board Titanic.
They hope it's an experience that shows how the ship's legacy lives on.
The stories of Titanic are about the pursuit of dreams. Titanic was about ambition. It was about innovation, ingenuity. But it was also about people, and it's the human stories that really matter, and it's the human stories that every one of us can connect to.
Joining us now is Stockton Rush, who's the president of OceanGate, a research company that's capturing and digitally preserving as much of this wreckage as possible. Thank you so much for being with us. This is just fascinating. So, I mean, it sounds like what you're doing is really this race against time. And I know part of it has to do with some bacteria that's sort of eating away at the ship, which I guess makes sense after so much time. But tell us how you're doing your work and how much time do you think it will take until the ship does sort of disintegrate?
Well, yes, thank you for having me on. We're going out. We went out last summer, and we're going back out this year and hopefully for every year to come. To answer that question, how long will the ship be recognizable as a shipwreck? It will exist as an artificial reef for centuries. That's one of the things we'll be doing this year is looking at the biology on board. But really coming back every year and seeing the rate of decay will give us a better estimate of if this bow will collapse on itself in 20 years, 30 years, or what that will be. And then we go out on this ship behind me for these 8-day missions to be able to do that.
Wow. I know when you come back up, there we go. There's that ship behind you. Look at that. And now, since the ship is actually a grave site, of course, we remember what happened. International law, I know, prohibits you from removing artifacts. So what are you doing to preserve the ship while you still have time? How does this work if you can't take anything out? What do we do to protect it down there?
Yes. So now 5,500 artifacts were removed by other entities back in the 90s and early 2000s. We're about documenting with our 4K cameras last year. We'll be bringing 8K cameras this year. We have laser scanners, sonar systems. And so we're trying to do as much documentation as possible. We'll also be sampling environmental DNA. So we'll be taking water samples this year to see what whether the changes, what types of animals are living on the wreck. So we're going to do everything short of touching the wreck or taking anything away from it, because as you said, it is a grave site, and we're quite aware of that, and and respectful.
Absolutely. What's one of the most incredible things you've seen in doing this work? I mean, this is something that just fascinates all of us, even in the movie Titanic. You know, at the end, they're showing this footage of these cameras going down there, and I think people think of that. What's it been like for you to get to see this?
Well, there were a couple of things that I found just incredible. Last summer was the first time I had been down, and the most amazing thing that I didn't expect was how beautiful a wreck it is. You know, typically I've dove on many shipwrecks, and they tend to be gray. The colors tend to come from the biology, and then somewhat that's the case with the Titanic. But it's these rusticles that create these oranges and reds as they eat away at the metal. And then there's also greens and blues from the brass and copper that is down there. So the color palette is incredible. It's just it's hard to explain. And then the other thing that's amazing is all the life on the way down. You're going 2.5 miles underwater, and you see the weirdest creatures in the world go by the viewport on the way down.
That now this is kind of their home, like you said, this artificial reef. I know also your program allows anybody to pay a fee and train to become crew members. What is that process like?
Well, we have an interview process. So you sign up. We have to make sure that people are healthy enough and physically fit. You need to be able to climb a ladder, and it's not a huge physical requirement, but it's more important that people understand this is a real expedition. We have, all kinds of challenges, not just weather, but equipment. We had COVID last year, so there are a lot of hurdles that one has to overcome. And then once we've accepted the person into the program, they can pay to join. And then there's a lot of training that goes on. No one is just a tourist. You're actively involved. So you're maybe operating the sonar systems, the camera systems, helping us with the maintenance of the sub, reviewing the terabytes of video data that we get after every dive, and trying to identify things, working with the researchers. So it's a very active participation.
Yeah, wow. I like how we have it on the bottom of the screen there. Citizen scientists. That's pretty neat. Stockton Rush, thank you so much for joining us. Just fascinating to hear about 110 years today. Pretty incredible. Such cool work you're doing. Thank you for your time.
Well, thank you. Great to join you.